And the Civic's one of the best-selling compact sedans on the market right now. It's been known for the best quality, reliability, gas efficiency. But I got to tell you guys, after some time spent with this vehicle, I think hands down, this is the best compact sedan on the market right now. I am here at Norm Reeves Honda in Port Charlotte, Florida, where I'm going to take you on a complete tour of this vehicle. We're going to start with the design, some changes for 2025. The powertrain is the big one, the addition of the hybrid system. Then we're going to walk around, see the capacities, interior electronics, and of course the test drive. So if you like watching videos like this, don't forget to check out the rest of my channel, hit that like and subscribe button. And now let's get back to this. And the Civic's been around for over 50 years. It was first introduced in 1972, and this is the 11th generation of it. Redesigned in 2022. For 2025, we have some minor changes on the exterior, and the big one, the addition of the hybrid model, which is the one that I have for you today. Let's see what's changed on the outside. Not much you can notice when you look at it from the distance. However, when you get closer up, you can see that the lights are slightly different. They sit up a little bit higher. They're all LED headlamps, which we have on this top of the line Sport Touring trim. We have the LED daytime running lamps and turn signals. If you scroll down a bit, you can see the air curtains on the side, and the bottom portion of the bumper is extended. It sticks out a little bit more than on the previous generation. We have this honeycomb design as far as the grille and the big Honda logo right up front. Some parking sensors. The whole suite of safety feature is standard on every Civic that you buy in 2025 model year. Well, let's take a look at this powertrain. As you get closer, you can see that it's a hybrid vehicle with all of this orange wiring that you can see highly visible. This is the high voltage wire. It is a different engine that we've seen on the previous Honda Civics. This is a 2-liter naturally aspirated Atkinson cycle 4-cylinder engine, coupled with not one but 2 electric motors. Now, one basically delivers the power to the front wheels, helps with driving this vehicle. The second one serves as a generator, delivering the power to all of the accessories, including the AC. So definitely a great solution for it. It's coupled with the ECVT transmission with some simulated gears. We're definitely going to check that out at the end of this video. And as far as the gas mileage, you have 47 on the highway and 50 in the city. Combined number is 49. If there was one negative that I could point out, is this ugly prop stick right here. You know, I don't like them. There should be hood struts underneath, and then we have some sound insulation at the bottom. Overall, it's a great looking vehicle. You can see this front end changed slightly from 2024 model year, and as we go around the corner, you can see that this vehicle is quite large. It's 184 inches long. It's over 70 inches wide, so definitely grew in size from generation to generation. As far as the wheels, these are the largest wheels that you can get, and these rims have been specifically designed to reduce drag, as well as you have the low friction tires on it. Those are Continental tires. 235 by 40 is the size of it. We have the McPherson struts in the front and multi-ring link suspension in the back. As far as the mirrors, black mirrors with the turn signals, blind spot assist, everything around the windows is blacked out. All right, no keyhole on this one. We have the smart entry system. As long as the key is somewhere on you, you can lock and unlock this vehicle without pressing any of the buttons on the remote. And let's move on to the back. So some slight changes here as well. If you look at the lights, they have this kind of a smoky black color. These are combinations, so these are LEDs, but you still have the incandescent lights as far as the turn signals, and the reverse lights. Kind of wish that it was all LEDs. Hybrid in the middle, rear view camera, big Honda logo, and the bottom portion of the bumper has been revised a little bit. There's no visible exhaust, and the trunk has a built-in spoiler for better aerodynamics. This is the sedan, of course. Hatchback's going to be a little bit different. Here you have one of the largest trunks in its class, 14.8 cubic feet That's quite large. And then take a look underneath here. We don't have the spare tire just to fix it flat. There is space. However, if you took it out and put the spare tire in here, they can definitely fit in there. You'd have to buy it on your own though. So if you pull any of these levers on the right or left hand sides, the seats have 60-40 split. And as you can see, we have the third brake light in here. And underneath in the trunk, you have the unlock in case you get locked up with it. It is manual trunk, of course. Now let's take a look and see what's going on the interior. Starting with this rear door panel, as you can see, we have multiple colors used, multiple materials. This is soft, this is soft, this is all hard plastic. We have some piano black here. We have a pretty cool looking trim around this window control. Two speaker, part of this Bose 12 speaker stereo in here. Now let's get inside. As far as the seats, we have leather wrap seats. This is gray color. And then we have the armrest that opens up with the two cup holders. All right, the passenger seat has some seat back storage. Let's talk about the negatives here. No vents, no connectivity in the back, and of wish that Honda used that. And then we have this big bump in the middle. Now, as far as the roominess, let me see if I can fit inside behind myself. So the front seat is adjusted all the way back. That's how I like to drive. Very nice and comfortable. I'm almost 6 feet tall, 5'11", and check this out, guys. If this much room before I would hit my knees to the back of the seat. So really good for tall people. I have about 2.5 inches above my head, plenty of shoulder room. The seats are on the firmer sides, but still comfortable. No complaints here. Kind of wish that we have these vents for air conditioning though. And if you like the color of this vehicle, they call it meteor gray. Let's check this out, guys. As far as where this vehicle is made, it's made in Alliston, Ontario, Canada, but country of origin as far as the engine is Japan, and it's got the Japanese transmission as well. And here's your gas mileage. 49 is the combined one, 50 and 47. Let's listen to the sound of the closing door before we get inside to check the quality of it. Nice and solid. We'll do it again from the inside, and let's check out this front door panel. Very similar to the rear, of course, with the addition of window mirror lock controls. You also have your trunk release, bit more storage. Moving on into the cabin, at the bottom you see the polished aluminum with rubber. As far as the pedals, we have power adjustments for the seats, both for driver and passenger. I don't see any lumbar adjustment. That kind of would be nice to have. And the seats, look at this, perforated in the middle, solid on the side. This is real leather. A lot of cool things on the interior. Let me jump inside and show them to you. Ready? Boom. Nice and solid thud from the interior as well. And let's check out the design of it. Now, that hasn't changed much since the vehicle has been redesigned 2022. Bose stereo, part of this 12 speaker system that we have on this top of the line trim. I like this honeycomb design, really nice and different than what we see on some of the other vehicles. And of course, you can close and opens the vents, adjust the amount of air that goes through it. 9-inch screen with the Google built infotainment system. Here's the steering wheel. I like it. Nice size, thicker in the right places, contrast stitching on the interior here, and it is leather wrapped. Now, if you see those pedal shifters right there, they're not pedal shifters. They're actually the adjustments for the region. Because this is a hybrid vehicle, we can adjust the amount of energy goes back into the battery by using that minus or plus sign. As far as the rest of the setup here, we have the volume adjustment, seek and track, and we have the voice control on this side. On the other side, we have the adjustments for the adaptive cruise control, and we can set up the regular cruise control here as well. Now in the back, of course, the traditional stocks with the lights and the turn signals and the wipers, and we have the fully digital instrument cluster. Let's see the functionality of it. So here's your standard setup right now, and you can see this icon right here. You can see the lights are on right now. I'm going to turn it off. You can see they're auto, so since we're underneath the awning, they're still going to be on. If I hit this brake pedal, they're going to show that I'm braking right now. Let's see if it does it for turn signals. Sure enough, it does it as well. That's a pretty cool feature. Now, as far as the rest of the setup here, on the right hand side you have the speedometer. On the left hand side you have the amount of power used. Right now it says 25, 50, 75, 100% power. We're in an EV mode that's ready to go. We're in park, 77 degrees outside. I wonder where, because certainly not here. At least it's like 200 percent humidity. We'll almost have a full tank of gas. We're in the normal mode. As far as the different drive modes, let's see what else we have. So we have individual sport. Okay, gives you this a little bit of red color in here. Normal and econ. the most economical mode that you can get, probably going to get you the best gas mileage. On the left hand side, you have the battery charge. See, we're towards the bottom of it. So once we start driving, it's going to charge it up. Now, this is not a plug-in hybrid. There's no place to put it in. There's no need for it. It charges as you drive. And on the right hand side, you have the regular gasoline level. So that's what you have in this fully digital instrument cluster. Let's move on to the infotainment system. Now, again, this is one of the Google-based infotainment systems. I mean, I personally like it. I think it's a great idea for manufacturers to team up with Google to do that, as they're the tech giants. They know what they do. So the screen starts basically right here. On the left-hand side, you have the home, back, audio controls, the power button, and the volume adjustments. And then you have the seek and track here. Those are all hard buttons. A lot of people were missing those on the regular screen, so Honda includes that now. I kind of wish that screen was a little bit bigger, but I mean, this is not bad at all. Okay, Google Maps. Right now we have the satellite view. You can change that, like you're seeing now. The Google is repeating after me, right? We don't need that. I mean, turn that off, certainly. But as far as the setup, you can do it to your regular maps. Okay, I'm going to turn off the satellite view. We can turn on the 3D buildings, which is pretty cool too. It's going to show you where the buildings are, etc. Audio guidance, route options, offline maps, traffic, it's on. I'll leave that as such. And go back to the home screen. We have the phone, FM, AM, and Sirius XM. As far as the stereo, well, does it have the Sirius XM? I know that some of them were the AM and FM. Doesn't look like it has a Sirius XM. Okay, so back it up. AM, FM, and streaming, basically. Wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. You have Alexa. You can download your apps through the Play Store. Vehicle settings, general settings, profile settings, power flow. Okay, this is hybrid specific. So now, you know, if I would accelerate, you know, it would see that, hey, right now the battery is, yeah, see right there, about a quarter of the total range of the battery, 397 mile range. Okay, and right now, see the combustion engine kicked in, and it's charging the battery. That's really what I wanted to see. Okay, we'll go back out of here. Display mode, compass, all apps, clock, Honda link, etc. Put it in reverse. Okay, let's see the rear view camera. Decent. It could be improved. If it was something that I could complain about, that the camera is not the greatest. And I got to tell you, I just updated my personal vehicle to the 2025 Honda Pilot. I think the camera actually got worse from the 2019 that I had before. You know, it's the same kind of system that it is. So I kind of wish that Honda stopped cheaping out on parts and put something actually good in here. Put it back in park. And this is basically your infotainment system. There's some shortcuts on the side, and the regular information that you have. So you have your clock, you see what's playing, etc. Down here at the bottom, you have the regular adjustments. This is a dual zone automatic climate control. Okay, you can see right now we're in the sync mode, but you could unsync it if you wanted to. Unsync it, this is low, this is at 65, and this is not going to change if I adjust it. Now if we sync it, it's going to sync it to the driver's temperature. I'm going to lower that fan a little bit, even though it feels really good. Now, heated seats come standard. There's no option for ventilated seats, even on this top of the line model. And then we have different modes here. Right at the bottom, scrolling down, we have two USB Type-C ports, 12-volt outlet, wireless charging pad, and here's sort of traditional shifters. Okay, so we have regular parking, rear neutral, and drive. There's no sport modes or anything like this, like we used to have on Honda, which there's another mode would be S, right? You have two cup holders. This is where you change your mode. We also have the electronic parking brake and a brake hold for the vehicle. And here we have a bit more storage and a little shelf that you can, you know, store your coins or anything that you want to in there. Up on top, decent sized mirror, but this is not this digital mirror. I don't think there's an option for one. And now here are the LED lights. We have the regular size sunroof, sunglasses holder. Here's the sunroof. Here's how it opens. It's not too big. Okay, just about the regular size. One touch operation, and inside of the visors we have the illuminated mirrors. And this is it, guys. This is the interior of this 2025 Honda Civic. Now, here's one thing to mention too. I didn't go through that, but here's your safety support system. So look, front, side. Okay, press this, oops, to go through the system. Right now we have the rear cross traffic alert. We have all of them that are turned on. The lane keep assist, road departure mitigation is off. Let's turn it on, even though it's probably going to drive me crazy. This is a blind spot information system, low speed braking control, parking sensor system, collision mitigation braking system. So all of this is standard on this vehicle. Lots of safety technology on it. Now that we know how it looks, let's talk about pricing and take it for a spin. Honda Civic offers a variety of choices for just about anyone. They have two different body style. They have the sedan and they have hatchback. They have hybrid, non-hybrid, sportier vehicle, which is the Civic Si, and the sports vehicle, which is the Civic Type R. The cheapest Honda Civic is the LX sedan at $24,250. Then the sport trim at $26,250. The cheapest hybrid is the sedan, sport hybrid sedan, which is $28,750, and the one that we're sitting right now, $31,750. But there are also hatchback models that are a little bit more expensive. Let's see what they are. So the sport hatchback starts at $27,450, sport hybrid $29,950, and sports touring hybrid $32,950. And if you wanted to opt in for the most expensive Civic, that of course is the Type R in the mid-40s. So anywhere from mid-20s to mid-40s, $20,000 spread, variety of options, different driving styles. All of them have the legendary dependability and reliability of the Honda. Let's take this hybrid for a spin. Another thing to mention, that Honda made this vehicle more rigid for 2025 model year, about 22% more, and that's due to some tweaks in the suspension. That's due to some tweaks in the overall body design. They strengthen up a few places for this vehicle, making it feel sturdier and better on the road as well. Here, nice linear acceleration. I am in this econ mode, merge in traffic, no issues, with 200 horsepower available. This is plenty. Now here's what's happening as far as this hybrid system versus the previous generation hybrid system. This one actually allows you to drive this vehicle basically in the EV mode, almost to the full speed. Of course, if you're not flooring it, if you're not accelerating, demanding more power from the combustion engine. If you do that, you can certainly do that. The combustion engine kicks in and drives the vehicle alongside with the motor. Now they also said they made this vehicle a little bit quieter and with the low friction tires. I find quite a bit of road noise, which would be something to be concerned about a little bit, but not horrible. And we're going to check out the acceleration in just a little bit to see how that performs. Although most people who are buying hybrid vehicle are buying it because of the gas mileage, not because of the acceleration. However, we're going to stop right here. There's this open road ahead of me. I am in the sport mode. Let's see what this Civic can do. No brake torquing or anything like this. Here, the simulated gears shifting. By the way, we're at 60 right now. Okay. This is an eCVT transmission, and it's very refreshing to hear those simulated gears. They actually feel real. It feels like the regular torque converter vehicle, and it feels good. It sounds good. A bit too much of a road noise for my taste. I don't know if it's the tires, or maybe it could use a bit more insulation of it, but nothing that a 12-speaker Bose stereo can't fix. So before we take it to the dealership, let's talk about the competition, because there's a very competitive market as far as the compact sedans. We have Toyota, which have been the biggest competitor for Honda. People have been going back and forth between the two brands for a long time. And Toyota has a lot to offer as well. They have the hybrids, they have the performance versions as well. They have a hatchback, and then they have the sedan. So they're probably the closest one as far as the vehicles that they have to offer. However, this one is bigger. You will not feel cramped in this vehicle versus Toyota Corolla is a smaller vehicle. Nissan Sentra does not offer a hybrid, and I've just tested one. It's okay. I mean, that's where I'm going to leave it at. As far as the Hyundai Elantra, they have a performance version, they have a hybrid version. So again, the pretty close competitor. They have a longer warranty, and it has the nicer electronics as far as what's available on it. But it doesn't have the dependability and reliability comes with the Honda brand. And even though this is at $32,000, just over $32,000, I think I would personally pick this over Elantra. Now, you could be different. You can pick, obviously whatever you like the most. But this is definitely a very strong competitor in the segment. We're pulling in this empty parking lot where I can take this vehicle and spin it around, do a 360 to see how tight the turning radius is, which is, important if you are in the city, especially trying to maneuver through some of the narrow roads in here. Well, we have those tiny parking spaces in here. Let's see how many will it take to turn around. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, just over 4. I would probably say, 4 1/8. Okay. Very nice. As far as the body lean on this vehicle, okay, let's twist it and turn it. Solid, okay, basically like on rails. The seats are fairly supportive as well. They're not very aggressive, but they're going to keep you in place. So a lot of good things going for this little Civic. I love to see the hybrid back again. I know a lot of people were complaining about 150 horsepower on the base engine. Well, here you go, guys. 200 horsepower. You need more power, go with the ESI. You need even more power, go with the Civic Type R. They have something for everyone. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you learned something about this brand new Honda Civic hatchback. And if you did, then I've done my job. So help me grow the channel. Hit the like, subscribe button, share it with your friends, and thank you very much if you're already a subscriber, guys. I will see you in my next video. Cheers.